bridging the gap between industry and academia through innovative curriculum design. As a convener of apprenticeship embedded degree programs, he has played a pivotal role in introducing industry integrated courses, including BBA Retail Operations Program. An accomplished scholar, he holds a PhD in commerce and has qualified for UGC and APSET. His areas of expertise span finance, tech, artificial intelligence in business, and entrepreneurship. He has made noteworthy contributions to academia through numerous research publications and book chapters and continues to actively promote academic and professional excellence. We are privileged to have such an eminent personality with our midst today. Welcome, sir.
Uh, uh, yes, sir. First of all, I extremely sorry for the delay in my side. So let's begin with the session. So here, after AI, the doing a research is very easy. Sometimes some people say they're very difficult to find out this all this. So in my session, I want to cover the basics of the importance of tokens, how the token will help for the research scholar to get the better outcome, and the importance of prompt engineering, how the prompt will play a very important role for a research scholar to understand how to get a better outcome using the better prompt in a limited using of limited tokens. So like the prompt engineering. And the very important crucial point is the before AI and after AI, using AI and research, how to design a better research design to using the whatever the LLMs are available. And the scope is also expanding our scope. And what are the tools that's also required for better result using the research purpose. And also at the same time, if this research is good, the areas are very strong area you chosen, just you can publish your paper, Q1, Q2 journals, Scopus, Web of Science journals, and this ABCD journal. Also, you can publish a paper for identifying a better gap for the research and addressing the better identification and justification also. So here we start with after AI era, we are the witness seeing that so many changes happening in our ecosystem, education ecosystem, along with very frequently you're using AI, various tools are there. And we talked about AI, Chat GPT to now co-work and cloud co-work. There are n number of Perplexity, Chat GPT, Gemini. There's so many research rabbits. There's so many tools are there, out of which we can choose for best one for our research purpose. So here earlier, compare traditional, now it's very easy to access the data and also see that earlier we can do the research work for either 50 company balance sheets. Now you can do these 500 company balance sheets. Or you can go for 5,000 balance sheet, you can read within a limited time, and you can identify these compared statement for one sector, another sector, the performance of last 10 years of the data. And see that earlier also we can get the data for 500 samples. Now you can go for 5,000 samples if you have using a proper social media or proper ways, we can get the data very easy. So to get the data is very easy to compare previously and now. And the very important thing is that AI area, how the AI will understand this research design. So we need to give the theoretical foundation before designing the research tool. As a researcher, first we need clarity on the research framework building, how to, the theoretical part is important. So whatever we can do the research work, there are ways, some theories are there. Is our AI will understand the theories properly or not? If our AI is theory properly, then we go for testing validation and we'll get the advantage of AI synergy. So whatever we can use the different kind of LLMs, first we can introduce the topic at the same time. So we need to test our theoretical foundation, the LLM model properly understand or not. That is the biggest task. So if LLM model properly understanding our theoretical concepts and the data is validated, and if the energy will get the synergy of these LLM models. So here we'll go for these LLM models, the compared to previous and traditional models. So there is n number of advantages there. You can easily to do the research work. Here, after this LLM model understand the theoretical parts, then our part is the scale and speed of understanding. Why? Because if you write a theory, if you wrote a research paper, and we did a lot of exercise for identifying the research gaps and downloading the plenty of previous works. And the previous book, we are not downloading these 50 research papers, Q1 journal papers, 50 research papers. The pattern is also very important. The author style, writing style is also important. What kind of word they are using important. And the style of writing is also important. But it is different for paper to paper. So out of 50 papers, now you find out these 500 words or 1,000 words of research gap. So how to identify the research gap using 50 research paper, different research paper, 50 research, different periods are there, and 50 different durations are there. And out of 50, few are using for similar kind of theoretical foundations. Out of which we need to find this research gap is also one of the biggest issue. Just we can upload, we can ask is give, but it is it is giving the correct data or not, we won't check, right? And symmetrical, this is also we need to do the work. As AI is enhancing us for grammatical and style purpose, and we can improve our structural improvement, and clarity and consistency is required for starting with introduction to ending with the conclusions, or we have a same kind of structure and same kind of tone or same kind of style we are writing, or we go for one paragraph, one kind of style, second paragraph, another kind of tone. As when these authors reading a paper, our research work, it look like the same kind of tempo is required, same kind of style is required. But AI, if you give a piece of work, it give a piece, different kind of piece. There is a link missing for introduction to second chapter, third chapter, fourth chapter. It gives it. We are using so many tokens are there, but we are missing a tempo. So as AI methodology, we need to address this. We need to address the issue. There is a connection between first chapter to last chapter, introduction to conclusions. So same tone, same academic pattern, and same kind of, the reader is also very happy to read this chapter to chapter and see that word to word and paragraph to paragraph. It's same kind of academic tone are using this important of this writing pattern. And see that there is a clarity is required, and there is a consistency also required for writing a research design and getting the better outcome. And non-supportive English also is no issue. Earlier days, there is a plenty of previous days we visit the English professor, he will check our thesis work, he will suggest. But now that not that much is that much difficult, right? And that's the issue. Then data analysis part. So in data analysis part also, we have we upload the data, Excel sheets, and we run the programs. But what we understand and what LLM models understand, maybe sometimes is entirely different. We assume the number is 6, but LLM understand the number is 9. Both are correct, but LLM gives the number based on the 9 number, it generates the reports. But as a researcher, I assume that I am given number is 6. Myself, I'm thinking 6, but LLM understand the number is 9. You tell me who is correct here. As a researcher is assuming 6, number is 6, but LLM understand is 9. But we don't know either it gives the number is 9 result or 6 result. But simply we cut and paste and copy it, but it's not the correct. Right? You have to train LLM model, your LLM model, and see that you are giving the 6. The result also comes for 6 number of base only. But it assume 9, you are in a trouble, and you assume that the data is generated very well and everything. But when you go for paragraph to paragraph, we'll know that these are the limitations are there. What I've expected, what I'm getting. So that's the biggest challenge of using LLM model for analysis part also. The code generation. So here is you see that before generate any research design, so we understand this the purpose and token size, all this. So in total part, can we summarize in small pieces for before going to the book, right? So definitely these LLM models, ChatGPT, Grok, and there are so number of LLM tools are there. Definitely reducing our time, 60% of time reducing, and we're easy to get the formatted references and summarizing the abstracts very easy. And few days earlier, the few months, few days are there. Nowadays, few minutes will complete our task, and drafting email and instructions also will simultaneously do the work. And data is also very whatever the dummy are there, and see that errors are also we are eliminating before running this program. So here AI focus will different areas and the applications. See that as a management, as a commerce, we can do our research the area wise. See that our role as a research scholar, I do the research in organization behavior topic. Always my role starts with think as the organization behavior professor with 15 years of teaching experience, right? My role. So always starts with my role, right? If I do the work in strategic management, like my topic is synthesizing competitors' strategies from public documents to inform SWOT analysis. So when I talked about when I'm doing the research in the area, so LLM model must understand, act as a strategic management expert in the field. Right? At the time, it gives a better result comparing that just you can paste data. Right? And see that if you want to do the research work in the area of human resource management, and this is your topic, then you can type a role, act as a HR expert for 15-20 years in the field of human resource in theoretical subject. Like we have to introduce you the role, then your result will be always better. And always compare with the domain knowledge as we important required. So AI will also see that the qualitative and literature survey also we can do very easily, we can understand. But now, as a researcher, we must understand the importance of token. What is a token size? How many words are there? How LLM model understanding the entire, whatever we give the chart, or we can give this uploading the plenty of PDF files or plenty of Excel sheets. How it will be considered, how it will be read our data. That's also very important in our research point and designing this research design. So here why it is large language models, why it is large in terms of parameters, in terms of training data, and in terms of computing. Based on that, the model is large, and the parameters are considered these small models, medium models, and large models. So now we are in a large model, ChatGPT 5.5.2 and Gemini 3.2 something. We are using the reasoning models are there. All are the scale is the parameter scale is 70 billion to 1 trillion. So that kind of parameters we are using for the large language models. So we are with the balanced models also there, but we preferred always large language as well. It will play the data is very huge data. Then training data. So we will data is plenty. Based on the data, I will get this better result. The data is available in corpus data in terms of terabytes is also there, and millions of papers we can download and we can upload. We ask LLM to read, and we ask LLM to frame a research structure as per my topic, and citations of formats, so either ML format or Chicago format, whatever the formats are there, we can identify the formats and see that the model only for where we can train. and they don't want to even the paper publish after the let the cutoff period, right? Say that we can say that, so I want to publish a paper, but I need the previous research paper for last 15 years. So starting with 2005 to 2025. So that is my cutoff period, right? It will read only that. Or I can say that LLM, you can read only this Q1 journal paper, publish Indian-based studies. So that is your cutoff. And see that the period we can cut off, title can also cut off, duration also cut off. So like you can give the instructions for LLM for based on the period, whatever this period, Q1 journals or specific topic or specific authors, right? Specific countries, specific base, and specific domain base. Like we can giving the training data for LLM model. And see that the computing powers, the 1 trillion infrastructure is available. See that GPUs and TPUs also there. Energy cost and interface all are there. But here the very important thing is the token size, short memory, how the AI will read this data. Then what is token? The tokens are very fundamental units of text extending. So what kind of language, ma'am? What language LLM model can understand? What is the language of AI? Anyone, please? What is the language of AI language? Like we say that computer, it's binary language, right? What about this language of AI? Anyone, please?
Machine learning.
Machine learning. No, I agree, machine learning. But what is the language? Is it is understanding numbers or see that how are you? How are? What is the word next to expecting is you, right? How to expect the you word based on this either English language, Japanese language, or numbers, right? Any specific language is there for AI to understand?
Python,
or any
sir.
language? Huh?
Python, sir.
Python. Okay. So basically, it's a purely, we'll see how it will understand. So the token limits the entire, whatever we giving the data, asking this data to LLM, it understand in the number, in understand it's a, they divide its number of parts, in each part is called as a token, right? You can see here, unbelievable. The LLM understand, it divided the unbelievable word in 3 times. Un is one word, believe, able, 3 words are there, right? So like research, sometime it will take only 1 word. So here there is only 1 word, but it's split in 3 times. But here the only 1 word is research, it will take 1 token. So it depends for it depends for using the what kind of LLM model, either pro version or free version or any other version. Based on that, the token size will be decided. So roughly 1 word, 1 token consists of 4 characteristics. And 1 token may be sometimes 0.7 words also may consider it, depending upon the language of English we can use. And 100 tokens consist of 75 words. And if we wrote the introduction part of our unit project work or thesis work on research paper, the 1000 tokens equal to 750 words. Right? For it is important. Why it is important? As a researcher, the result is very accurate, very proper research. So we understand the token pattern. Okay. So 1 word is equal to 1.33 token is the rule of thumb. So any language we can go for this rule of thumb is applicable. And then the major problem is what is the best tool? The most of see that in the market there are 30 and 40, 50 LLM tools available for research. Out of which one is better? Either batch processing, like we uploaded analyzing 5 papers and you summarizing, or RAG tools or large context models. So which one is better? Right? If you read the 50 or more than 50, 60, 70 LLM tools are there for using research. So what we call review literature, one is suggested, research result another is suggested, analysis part another is suggested, conclusion part analysis. Like there's so many methods are there, so many models are there, LLMs are there. So out of which the very important for researcher go for RAG model rather than these other models. Right? We can use always RAG model. These models are helping us to get a control in our data. we can control our data, right? We will train our LLM. They can read our uploaded data, attached data. Based on that, they can do the remaining part work. But whereas these batch process, there is no control in the data. So that is the reason we always suggest as a researcher, we can have a control of your data. So that we can use for RAG models. Okay. So here the token limits are very important. The writing style, as I told you, writing style, fresh chart, now the new chapter, but the paste style is different, right? When you go for sometime chart, they suggested for go for fresh chart. So if you go fresh chart, the flow, whatever the tone are missing, you will get the data, you will get the result. But the tone, the style are missing. Right? If you upload first units and you want to write second units, the token size is entirely different. Here the token size already first unit consists of 80 pages or 70 pages. Now you're asking for remaining part. The token numbers are very huge. Right? So what we can do is we can go for asking this LLM model, give this proper flow of the writing parts. Then research tools are available, everyone knows. So ChatGPT, OpenAI is also very 130 rupees limited is available. It's also everyone knows using also. And 3.5, but the cloud I will tell you later, the skills, whatever this everyone using is 3.5 cloud. The Sonnet is also 5 available. So this is a very advanced model to compare others. And Gemini is also we are using. Perplexity for real-time data analysis purpose we can use. And Grok is also available. They will access the project data. The live data they will access to compare other LLM tools. But here they link the source also they're given. So it is limited for this purpose. Then I will suggest go for LLM models. LLM model is one of these RAG model. You can download your research papers and you can do the work. You'll get a better result compared to either ChatGPT or others. So this is one of the major RAG model to get a better result. And now we move to our prompt engineering, why the prompt are very important. So here, as we get clarity about what we are going to do, how to address the issue, and we can't give this vague and very general prompting. We can't expect to get a result, right? So within this understanding of the token system, we'll give you the better prompt engineering. So prompt engineering starts with one flow is there, right? The first of four out of four pillars, the first pillar is the research work. Always I told you the first word is persona. Right? Always starts with this is example. Act as a strict peer reviewer for Q1 journal, for a keyword management journal. So we always starts with persona. And LLM will act, they will think, they will do same kind of persona style. The second, you can see the second example, you are an expert, statistician, specialization in time series analysis. Like, so always we can start with our persona level. Either you faculty, you can write any article, start with your own subject, own style. They will think, LLM model can think and give this better result. The second one is we are very much clarity on what we are going to do. Once persona is decided, what we are going to do next. What kind of work you're assigning, right? So as analyzing I upload data, break down complex concepts. So I uploaded 30 and 40 research papers in what we call notebook LM. Then asking this LLM model, break down the important concepts, analyzing this report, reading the 50 articles. Or you're synthesizing your data, combine multiple sources as I uploaded. Some I uploaded for video, I uploaded for the websites, I uploaded for my driver, what we call my drive access was given, right? Or sometimes I give the PPTs, or sometimes I give the other sources. So I will give the 5 different sources, 5 different parameters, right? One is YouTube link, second one is PDF file, third one is website, fourth one my uploaded documents, right? Or sometime images I'm giving. So based on that, we asking the LLM model to synthesize the work and then critical evaluate whatever this I've uploaded their company balance sheet, asking that critical evaluates the company balance sheet or critical analyze my research paper. I wrote a paper, I will ask LLM model, you can critically analyze my research paper is suitable for publishing Q1 journal or not. So then we can critically analyze my paper strengths and weaknesses in this task, like create a new document, right? That can be based on that we create a content format style also presented in terms of tables, whatever. Right. First one is persona. The second one is task. So what we are going to do, this is also very, very important, writing a prompt in research purpose. Then context, why these prompts are using purpose. So persona, then context, then you have to decide why it is important. What is the research domain, right? So like what we can do is we're writing the context and who is your target audience, what is the purpose, which subject you are going to address, which area specifications, which journal you are going to publish, right? And see that you can give this limited words or bullet points required. So then what kind of formats we are? So our research is outcome maybe as output as a markdown table with columns of author, a year, methods, and findings. So like this is the format we're asking LLM model. So I need outcome in this model, in this pattern. Or where an standard of APF or 7th edition citation format we can use. So like what we can do is there are 4 pillars, right? Either research or not everything. So we must understand the 4 pillars of the research prompt engineering. The first one is persona. The second one is a task. Third one is context. The fourth one is format. Means outcome. What style you are going to get the outcome results. So it is applicable to everywhere the same format for this writing in a prompt engineering. So why it is important? The LLM model you understand very easily. It consumes less tokens and giving the better results. And here, one more thing is we train the LLM model. It will think as a chain of thoughts, right? Chain of thought. Just we can give the chart and it will think, right? As a researcher, what we can do is we will give this so many questions, right? Based on that, we'll give this dependent variable, independent variable, and see the statistical test they can apply. Out of which they think they can act, they can use the results. Okay. So just we can't give this one single prompt and we can't expecting a better result. So we can give the LLM model. They can use for chart of thought, chain of thought prompting techniques. It will think more and more. So here we can see that use short prompting very easily in advanced model. So give the model example of what you want to before asking it to be did example. So LLMs are what we can do is this. So here this cover these titles to they'll give whatever they given here. Right. So here consensus everyone knows the consensus are using. I will show you later the consensus how what are the advantages are there. So consensus everyone knows how to use this consensus. We can control the data and we can reading the data. Everything is available. This. Then spine space also is available. It's very useful for this Microsoft Copilots. Then it will be used for this review of literature parts and multi-language and citations also generated very effectively to compare others. Then Gen AI is also one of the tool, and it's also used for writing purpose, writing assistance helping us, and it will give the very clarity and visualize the graph. All these are there. Then I will show you the prompts. Is my prompts is visible, sir? Hello? No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. I will. A minute. So these are the few prompts for understanding purpose. So the first prompt is we can see as a finance faculty. So my persona is you are an expert in research supervisor in the area of blockchain for transport finance. So this is my persona. This is the first step. Then the second one is what is my task? My task is help me develop a comprehensive research design for my research work. So and so area, the same topic. The context is I'm a PhD student in the field of commerce or finance or management, and my broad area of interest is blockchain technology. And I have success of these. I need to publish. My target is I need to publish journals, Q1 with a journal. I prefer both either qualitative, quantitative, or mixed methods for this result. And the format, as this is the general format, as starting with research problem, then the key variables or key concept to understand the study, the theoretical foundation, then specific questions, nothing but specific objectives, specific questions, nothing but specific objectives. And the objective of the methodology also say that justification of each methodology, the method, what we're using, what the purpose, why you're selecting, and what are the potential data for sources and analyzing and expected contribution. So like this is my first prompt using for this purpose. Right. So task and context, and the fourth one is format. So this kind of prompting we can use for this. Every chart we go for this kind of prompting. So similarly, we can the review literature purpose. What we can do is we can use this kind of prompts. You are an expert research in circular economy, and with a 20 years of experience, the task is synthesize the key findings from the uploaded papers on circular economy and reverse logistics. Then we can, here we are mentioning the source. We are mentioning the source, right? The LLM model can read our uploaded papers only. It won't read for the data available in their own servers. So they will read the data in our, whatever we upload the papers. So these prompts are suitable for these RAG models. The context, what is the context here? The context is mentioned. I'm writing a literature review chapter for my PhD thesis on circular economy. My theoretical framework is based on circular economy, so and so. The format is provide 1,000 words, synthesize organized themes with bullet points or paragraph concluded summary. So like we can use, right, here my source is limited. So in this prompt, my source are limited. I mentioned my source, uploaded 20 papers only. Okay. So now I want to identify the research gap. So what kind of tools, what kind of prompt I can use for this? So here you can see that as act as a critical reviewer, so and so topic. The task is identify potential research gaps, following areas, this area. They need to identify this research gap, and whatever if I upload data, they can read the data, or if I'm not giving any source of data, it gives this data maybe sometime relevant, sometime may not be relevant, sometime it may be giving these citations also properly. Sometimes we don't know why, because we don't have any right holding the data. LLM model can think, as I told you, I'm assuming 6 number is, but LLM model is assuming number is 9. I don't have that much clarity. The outcome is either 6 or 9, right? Just I get the data, my work is done. Okay, so always go for this RAG model. The context, I am developing a research proposal for investigating the circular economy, I need to identify unexplored areas that could come in the form of my contribution. So I need to identify this gap using this format. So there are, my format may be present 5 research gaps in a bullet points. That is research description, why it matters, and potential research questions, and limited one page. Here the limit is also 1 page. So like we can use this LLM model, similar kind of research questions we can ask. And if you go for research methodology design, so our prompt always, you are an expert in research methodology consultants specialized in mixed methods in social science research. Or sometimes we can change as a qualitative methods or quantity methods. As per our research requirement, as per our research design, we can use either mixed or qualitative, quantitative, either research in social sciences or any commerce or management, any other specific domain. And the task is design a research methodology for studying circular economy. And then my context is my aim to understand both the qualitative methods, right, that we can change as per our requirement. So what is the outcome? What we expecting out? What expected outcome is provide a detailed methodology, including section research philosophy, research design, data collection methods, and the sample strategy, analyzing plan, ethical consideration. All we are expecting outcome in this format, suitable for Q1 journals. Suitable for Q1 journals. So this method we go follow will get a better result. Our research can be published in a reputed journals, and will get a better result compared to the normal chart normal usages. So we can go for any kind of research design in these LLM models. We could go for this kind of pattern for 4 pillars of research design. And then hypothesis testing. So hypothesis testing also say, assuming is the role of qualitative research, expert in circular economy, and develop a table for hypothesis testing, examining relationship between dependent variable, independent variable, and my research focus on limited companies as a circular, whatever it is there, and present 6 directional hypotheses and 2 for governance method. Whatever these H1, what we specifications or requirements there, we mention specifications. So once hypothesis tested, we go for statistical interpretation of our data. So like we are giving the persona. So based on the persona only, LLM model will think, will get a result. You are a statistical consultant helping a doctoral student interpret their results. Right. So as a we can use this format, we understand our data size, and the interpretation method also is different. Like interpretations also, as I told you, as we say that we half of the water is available, and optimist person said that at least half glass of water is available. Right? But LLM model, how they can think, how they can give the interpretation. The interpretation can be what purpose it is, the research purpose or general academic writing purpose, not only research purpose, other purposes, or general public purpose. So here the purpose is very clear to mention. I'm analyzing the impact of CSR spending on firm values. My dependent variable is this method. Independent variables are CSR expenditure and firm size, leverage, and ROA. Right, my sample firms are 205 years. Right, so in based on this, the context, I'm not giving only my title. I'm giving this what method what is the dependent variable, what is the independent variable, and what is my sample size, what is my period of the study. Then it gives the interpretation for coefficient integration level, assessment tool for fit, discussion for control of variables or suggestions, and whatever the words you're using, that word limit, they will give this repeat. Okay. Any doubts so far, ma'am? Is there any doubts? Hello.
Hello, sir. No, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
No, sir.
Okay. Right. See that today we'll focus on four formats: context, task, and persona. So these are important for writing prompt for each purposes. Then advanced prompting level, as I told you, think step by step. In research, we will think for step by step, right? So say that in my college there are 5,000 students out there. I need to select. I need to do the research for 100 students. So how did when do the 5,000 student and selecting 100 student out of which? It may be no. Again, question is my 100 students maybe 50 are girls and 50 are boys, and out of 50, say that first year students, second year student, third year students, either 15, 15, 20. Okay, or see that 15, 20, 20 15, 15, 30 or 20. Again, say that the groups are either the 15, the first BCom, BBA, and BA general students are there, BA students are there. And BS is also same. Like I will think multiple step by step, right? Then we'll understanding, explain reasoning process, we'll get this result. And very short point, this point very easy, and giving two example, asking one example, right? Now it is similar to questions. But here what we can do is, we will redefine our research problem, we'll define our research work. See, this is one more synthesis as upload 20 papers, 15, 20 papers in Coursera, Google, Google Notebook. Then we're asking this persona, act as a senior associate editor for a top 20 finance journal, top tier financial journals, and you are expert synthesizing complex research, qualitative research, identifying the thematical connections. The task using only the uploaded documents. Only upload document with semantic review. Do not just summarize each paper by one. Instead of group the findings by the key themes. The themes are volatility, modeling approaches, impact and macro events, all algorithmic trading options. Right, just one by one, see that I am giving. But here my source is only my uploaded documents. So as this is the one of the key point for our research purpose, right? We will always control our data. So here the synthesize argument for multiple authors. So this model that you, the context is, I am writing a review literature chapter, my PhD work. The thesis is time series analysis for emerging market volatility. So this is my context. This is the purpose I'm going to synthesize my research, synthesize my review of literature. And then the structure is also given, the structure, citation models, output, and add-in also. So here also we can identify this research gap, and we ask LLM model, you are a critical research auditor for and research supervisor. You specially find the weakness. See that I want my research paper, the strength and weaknesses. Okay. So inconsistencies, any problem is there, the scope is limited, or methodological review. So like we'll go for this part. And data processing station also testing as per our right. So on the whole, whatever we discussed last 5 minutes, the very important one is the prompting techniques. So after these prompting technique, we'll go for our PPT. Wait a minute. Right. So here, publication strategy, we want to publish a paper. Right. So here what we can do is understand what are the top 25 Q1 journals for last 3 years or last 2 years or last 1 year, and either go for 25 to 50 Q2 journals, and apart we want to go for another 50 Q3 and Q4 journals. So here we have 100 journals in our hands, and 100 journals we uploaded in Notebook LM or any RAG models, and we'll asking for this question, right? So here ABC also classified as very that A journal and A star journal, A journal, B, C journals are there. The strategy is first we have to identify this. Previously, it's very difficult to download all this. Now, one data, one portal, we can easily download it papers and we can do the analysis parts, analyzing all this. But here after this, the problem is verification, locking, and the limitations also available, ownership and plagiarism also. Then after AI, the conducting for AI detected is also there along with the plagiarism reports. And when to use the AI, the final status, either you can go for the result, whatever the result using for SPSS or R, whatever the data available, then you can go for this using purpose. So after this, I will show you the very important point. Very important thing is am I visible, ma'am? My new screen is there. Just hello.
Hello.
Yes. So this is Anthropic cloud. I'm using the cloud. I'm in the cloud server cloud. Just I will here we can see that there are we can do the work as a co-work and a co-work as your co-worker is a research scholar. So here we can go for either our capabilities or connections or co-work. So here what we can do is as a research scholar, as a research supervisor, we can using this co-work in cloud, we'll get a better result to compare other LLM models. Okay. Then we can go for the connections also. So I connected all these in my research purpose and my day-to-day purpose in my co-work. So when I'm writing a paper and I'm using these research tools, whatever the additional tools are there, the tools helping me to giving a bit as consensus, right? So if I consensus are available, then my writing part is very easy to understand very effectively. The Notion is also using for my analytical parts, analysis part. It can be very useful for this. So just I will show you, I will cut and paste one prompt. We'll see the results. So I will take, this is my prompts and I'm not adding anything, just I'm giving a direct, here I'm selecting extended thinking model, extended thinking and Sonnet 4.6. Let's do how it will work. And if you want to add, I can add my capabilities also. If I want to create my new projects, as a new project, what we can do is my research work always in a new project, right? I will create one folder in a co-work. So here, when I'm using this project, the tempo is not missing. The whatever this tone is not missing, and it understands the previous sections. No need to introduce again myself, again my topic, everything, right? So like my research topic and always this project is started, I can use multiple times for this project purpose. So like is a new project or scratch. Just I will see how the result will give for clouds. The same prompt we can use for what we call Gemini, ChatGPT, or Copilots. So this is very advanced model to compare, and I'm using the paid version, the coworker. So it is giving for the thinking model, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So same prompt we can use for another LLM model. See the difference how it is. So here it gives a title and analyzing the data for the whatever we give the purpose, right? And the same prompts I will use for Gemini. Is it visible, ma'am? Gemini is visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is visible, sir. Yes, sir. It is visible.
Ma'am. So here it understand better to compare co-work. Based on that, we can use here, we can use for either pro version, thinking version, and fast version. Our result is better, right? So as a researcher, when you go for research methodology, the very important point is token. Is it visible, man? Token calculator LLM model? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It is
Yes,
visible,
sir,
sir.
it's visible.
Okay, ma'am. Wait a minute. So here, whatever the prompt is there, we give the prompts, and how many tokens are there? Just will clear. I will give the fresh one. So here we can see that my characteristics are 665. The tokens are 138 tokens are there, and the token IDs are like this. So each word they will convert in the terms of numbers. So these are the numbers. So LLM model will transfer the whatever the text is in terms of the numbers. Okay. So if you ask length of questions, it will take length of the too much of tokens, right? So here the token size very important for this purpose. So time series in finance, they are using for 4 tokens. And if you consume more tokens, and the result may not be good, and it will also some of these service providers, there is a limit for these tokens also. So like the LLM model understand all the token models, the token in terms of convert into numbers. The tokens are different for method to method. So we are in advanced version. Here you can see that ChatGPT 4.4 and ChatGPT 3.5, the token numbers are 140. But if you go advanced version, the token number is 138. If you go for the ChatGPT previous version, token size is 151. So as I told earlier, the researcher is only one word. The second one is unreadable. They convert into 3 different words. Okay. When you go over advanced model, the token size is also reducing. Now it is 138 tokens are there. Okay. So just we'll check. Is 140 tokens, and right now we have a doubt. Sir, if your text we copied and we identify the number of tokens are there. If I upload a video, so how video can be calculated as a number of tokens, right? each second, based on the second, based on the content, will consider as a, it will calculate the tokens. So even YouTube video also, they convert into tokens only. Then only LLM model will understand. So this is consensus, very useful research tool. And here the very important point is the filters. The filters are very much useful for do the research methodology. So here what we can do is, here publishing year, how many years are going to collect the data? Your study is for either last 2 years data, 5 years data, or last 15, 20 years data. Right, my papers are last 10 years papers are required for my research topics. So your journal rank, so you want to study only for Q1 journals or Q2 journals or Q3 journals, and then citations, say that I request download the citations, maybe minimum 100 citations are required. So 100 citation journal only I needed, and Q1 journal I needed, the period is this much period, 10 years period. And extended, these are not accessible. This also we can do for our purpose. And you can see here the methodology. Here the methodology. The methodology purpose. What kind of methodology the previous author used? Either I go for only meta-analysis, or go for synthetic review, or any specific method is required. Observation studies, only review literatures, or I only for purpose, means I'm controlling, I'm giving instruction to LLM model, go for this. And filters again, methodology. And here after this, I want to go for the sample size. The researcher are using the sample size, apply only 8 filters. Why? Because I'm not paid, I'm using only free version, the citations country, right? So I want to collect the research Q1 journal papers only India based, not I won't want to go for the other nations. So like I want to select Indian authors wrote in the paper, and so like I will apply the filters, then I will copy the same prompt, we'll see the results. So these are the papers related to my topic. So some are free versions are there, some are paid. See that this is can be accessible. See here, the citation starts with citation 2070 citations are there. This work, so this workers is strongly recommended. Why? Because the citation number is more than 2000, and we can use for this critical foundation purpose. So this paper is there, and we can download papers and we can go for this work. So once you download it, we can store in our drives, and we can use for this research purpose. So like this is one of the very important LLM model for consensus, for data purpose, filtering specification purpose, and always we can use for this deep research. The deep research gives you more accurate results, as now it connected with cloud also. This one also we can connected with cloud using cloud, and this both we can use, right? So I will show you in my cloud. It is there in my plugin. So any doubts so far, sir? Hello?
Hello? No,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am.
No, sir.
Is it visible, ma'am, on Notebook LM?
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Okay, okay. So here in Notebook LM, this is one of the RAG model. Right here, what we can do is we can upload the plenty of data, or we can use our drive access, or we can go for always preferred for deep research. And here we can get for our data, and whatever we ask the question based on our input data. As we upload the 3 up to 300 sources we can upload. 300 sources we can upload for this one notebook. So as a researcher, when you go for project work or PhD work, we require at least 500, 300, 4 to 500 documents or videos or whatever required. We can create multiple books. So one book for one chapter, second book for second chapter, third book for third chapter, fourth book, fourth chapter. Like we can use multiple books and put together, combine, and using one within one prompt, we'll get a better result. So that we can use for this Google Gemini. We can give the 2 or 3 notebooks at a time. We'll ask the questions, right? So like we either can upload the data and web link, YouTube link, and Drive. We can give the access and cut and paste up to 300 sources. So you can upload up to 300 research works of your studies, right? Rather than asking just you can give this topic and getting the result. But this model, RAG models, authenticate data, the sources are very genuine and very prompt results. Okay, that we can use for these RAG models always. And here is also so many, you can analyze the table, reports also generated, and mind maps also there. We can use for slide deck, nothing but creating this PDF file, PowerPoint presentations. So this is the one method. Can I stop here, sir? So this is one paper as we downloaded. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Can I stop here, ma'am? Or any doubts?
Yes, sir. Your wish, sir.
Ma'am. I will stop, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
sir.
Thank you so much for little for providing the opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity. Good evening to one and all, distinguished resource person, esteemed faculty, and dear participant. I feel honored to propose the vote of thanks for today's enriching session. I would like to express our profound gratitude to Dr. Mallikarjun Rao, Head Department of Commerce, Government City College, for delivering a highly informative and thought-provoking session on methodologies of artificial intelligence. His scholarly insights, clarity in presentation, and practical orientation have significantly enriched our understanding of this important and evolving field. Dr. K. Mallikarjun Rao for his insightful session on large language models and clear understanding of the key concepts of persona, context, prompt, and format, which enhanced our understanding of AI. Sir also clearly explained various prompting techniques in Gemini, Copilot, and ChatGPT for helping us to understand how to interact effectively with the AI systems, and also provided clear explanation on token calculations and core concepts, enhancing our understanding of large language models, process information, and guiding us in identifying research areas in this domain. We deeply appreciate his valuable time, dedication, and willingness to share his expertise with us. This session has indeed provided meaningful perspectives and will greatly benefit our academic and professional pursuits. We sincerely thank our Director, Reverend Brother John Kalekar, Principal Mrs. Jayanti Reddy ma'am, for their constant encouragement and support in organizing this 7-day FTP. I also thank all the staff members for their coordination and cooperation in making this program a success. A special word of thanks to all the participants for their active involvement, thoughtful interactions, and enthusiasm, which made the session lively and meaningful. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Vijay sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.